Part of what makes mixing innovative is thinking outside of the box and using tools in ways that may not be what they are intended or just perceived to be intended for. Intention can always be subjective, and I always encourage everyone to put on their mad scientist hat and just try things. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kiive Audio YouTube channel. I'm Luke, and in this video, I want to use two extremely powerful plugins to dial in the sound of a vocal on a song that I just recorded with my friend. Now, I've been using Kiive's Enfuse plugin for a while, and the UI just got a huge makeover. It looks great. So we're gonna be using that, as well as the new M5 133 mastering EQ to dial in a vocal bus that, to me, currently sounds very lost in the mix. Now, you might be wondering why I'd be using a mastering EQ on a vocal bus, and the simplest answer is because I can. Sue me. But getting more technical, a lot of the tools that I would reach for during mastering are also what I would use to process buses individually. Enfuse is great because it has a channel strip style of processing, whereas the M5133 is like a Swiss Army knife for EQ and tone shaping. So without further ado, let's dive right into the DAW. All right, now that we're in the DAW, let's quickly play a clip of the song that we're working with. Before I play the clip, I do have an instance of an EQ where I'm rolling off a little bit of the low end. And then we do have an instance of the KC1 by Kiive. It's an amazing compressor. That brought out a little bit of the warmth back out. And then, of course, we have dual de-essers on there as well, doing very light work. So let's listen to what we got.
But we can wait. Don't have the time. I will never let you down. I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me. I'll take on to my grave.
As you can hear with this track, the instrumental is very, very dark, and having a muddy or dark vocal is probably not going to give a lot of contrast between the actual instrument bed and then the vocals. So we do want to pull those out. They kind of sound like they have a blanket over them. Let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to load the M5133 on the lead vocal track here, which is the center vocal, left and right doubles. I noticed something really cool and I want to show you, so this is with it off.
But we can wait.
And on.
'Cause we don't have the time.
So as you can hear, the M5133 has an instantaneous tonal characteristic to it, similar to something like what you'd find in a hardware unit or something like that. I really like it, but let's get to actually dialing it in.
But we can wait. Don't have.
First thing I'm going to do is just do another roll off. I just like to really make sure that I'm controlling the low end, because adding compressors and things like that, even though there is a sidechain option on the KC1, it can introduce a lot of some boomy low end that you don't want. And I really don't want it to be that dark, so we're going to have to brighten this up quite a bit. So I think it's important to make sure that we're EQing with purpose. So I'm listening for specific frequencies that I hear that need to be turned up or turned down. And one that I hear almost right away is like the low end body. I think it needs to be balanced out a little bit. So we could probably cut around 200, but let's listen.
But we can wait. Don't have the time. I will never let you down. I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me. I'll take on to my grave. And even if tomorrow never comes, we'll go down with the sun.
We're already getting so much more clarity just by doing the roll off 92 and under, and then we did cut 201 hertz, about 2.5 to 3 dB. And now to add contrast, I want to actually add some of that sheen. So this is by default around 10K. That's kind of between 8 and 10K is kind of where I want to be. So let's boost and just listen.
But we can wait. Don't have the time. I will never let you down. I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me.
And then I do want to do a slight boost around 2K. Probably not much, but let's dial that in.
But we can wait.
am going to switch the saturation type to tube. And then once we switch that to tube, we're going to be playing with this saturation section here where you have third and second harmonics you can add, and then also a mix knob.
But we can wait, 'cause we don't have the time. I will never let you down, I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me, I'll take 'em to my grave.
The saturation that we just added is so silky smooth. That paired with the balancing of the low body and then boosting some of the highs to bring out some sheen, I think it sounds so much better. Let's listen to a before and then I'll turn it on. Before.
But we can wait.
Turning it on.
'Cause we don't have the time.
Back off.
I will never let you down, I will never make a
Back on.
sound.
That is
Your
crazy.
secret's safe with me, I'll take 'em to my grave.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. Let's move on to adding an instance of Enfuse on there as well. All right, so I really like the way that this is set up. You can change the order. This is the new UI, and I love the UI on this. I'm going to work from left to right, really, and yeah, let's go from there. So I'm going to mess with the high-pass filter again, probably beating the dead horse here. Is that the saying? I don't know, but let's listen and dial it in.
But we can wait.
As you can hear, this one is much more aggressive.
'Cause we don't have the time. I will never let you down, I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me, I'll take 'em to my grave. And even if tomorrow never comes, we'll go down with the sun. These shadows never fade, we'll take them to the...
I'm going to be honest with you, I did not plan to use this saturation section. When I turned up that dark saturation, it sounded really good. Let me turn that off and show you guys what that just did. It just really smoothed out and added a really cool texture to the the bodies that we just balanced out. So let's listen.
But we can wait.
Oh.
'Cause we don't have the time.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now for EQ, I really don't think I need to do much with the low mids anymore, or even the mids. So I think we're just going to boost a little bit more highs, but let's listen first.
But we can wait. 'Cause we don't have the time. I will never let you down, I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me, I'll take 'em to my grave. And even if tomorrow never comes, we'll go down with the sun. These shadows never fade.
Awesome. Again, I know I've said this before, but it kind of sounds like we just took a blanket off of the vocals. They sound much more clear. They sit on top of the mix much better. And yeah, there's probably some level discrepancies, which we'll address at the end here, just because I am boosting and cutting frequencies. So I will level match at the end here. But first, let's do some compression because that's going to change what we do with that.
But we can wait. 'Cause we don't have the time.
And then I am going to bypass the entire chain just to make sure that we're not tricking ourselves out with just adding gain, basically.
But we can wait. 'Cause we don't have the time.
I am really happy with the way that these vocals sound. If anyone ever tells you not to use tools like this on vocals or really any source, tell them to shove it because this sounds really good. We've done a lot with these two plugins, but they are so powerful. It's unreal. So I'm going to bypass it. We're going to play it through and then we're going to play it with it on. And you'll definitely be able to hear the difference. Here we go. Bypassed.
But we can wait. 'Cause we don't have the time.
fun.
Down, I will never make a sound. Your secret's safe with me. I'll take them to my grave. And even if tomorrow never comes, we'll go down with the sun. These shadows never fade. We'll take them to the grave.
Using these two plugins allowed me to make contrast between the vocal and the really, really dark instrumental. And I'm really happy with the way that these now sit on top of the mix. They're bright, they're in your face. I love it. So yeah, props to Kiive for making these amazing plugins, man. These are great. Make sure you go and try out the free trials for these plugins. They are great. Head on over to kiiveaudio.com to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next Kiive Audio video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, like right now. Do it right now. See you next time.